Hi everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do a review for tomorrow's test. The lessons we'll be doing are conversion factors, significant digits, area of composite figures, and of course the volume and surface area of composite objects. So let's start with the lesson about the conversion factors and formulas. Here are the key concepts. We use conversion factors to change imperial units to metric units or vice versa. Perimeters is the distance around a figure. Area of a figure is the number of square units that need to cover it. Volume is the amount of space occupied by an object, that's in cubic units. Surface area is the total area of the face of an object. So, here are the examples. 5 and 1/4 inches to centimeters. So, as we know, 1 inch equals to 2.54 centimeters. So, we use the 5.25 times 2.54. We got the 13.34 centimeters. So, in the other example, we say the 7.3 kilometers square to square miles. So 1 kilometer square equals to 0.624 miles square. So 1 kilometer square equals to 0.3861 miles square. I mean 1 kilometer times square, like that. So we use 7.3 times 0.3861 equals to 2.82 miles square. So we are done with examples. I'm guessing that. So geometric measurement example. We have to find the circumference, the perimeter. So you know the circumference is pi times denominator. Denominator, yes, I guess is the numbers in this circle is 8. So we use pi times 8 equals to 25.1 inches. So for the area, since it is a trapezoid, so it's a plus b times h divided by 2. So 2 plus 5 times 4 divided by 2, 14. So for the volume, we use the surface area to times the height. So we use the pi times 2.5 square times 9.6. We got the 188.50 cm cube or stuff. So let's move to the rounding to significant digits in measurements. So this is different from the Sigfics in physics. The one in physics talk about the bigger than 5 is rounding to the odd number, even number. Odd number just round up, the even number just stay there. I guess that's what we are talking about with physics. But let's go back to math. Rules of thumb. In the multiple step problems, you must keep a minimum of 4 decimals in each step. You only round your final answers to significant digits. What are the significant digits? The significant digits are the numbers of decimals to which you will be rounding your answer. For the radius equals to 5 centimeters. The question has no decimals, so the answer of 1 decimal. So volume equals to 4 pi 5 cubed divided 3. And it equals to 523.6. Sorry, I have to pause for a bit. And I will resume better. What's up? Right?
So, there is no information on the specific program that you consider. The way it's supposed to work is this. I'm going to whatever, Seneca, I'm going to whatever, okay, for the first 4 years, and then this, like, you have to have a specific program. It's not just enough to say, yeah, I'm a doctor, you need to do 4 years, and then 6 years, and then 7 years residency.
So, for example, I would say 4 years in UFC.
6 year of my master's, or whatever it is that you plan.
Yeah.
Next, you say, you're gonna do between 1 and 7 years of residency. See, that's what you're saying. See, 1 to 7 years of residency. Man, this is a huge difference. This is your life we're talking about. 6 years of your life. It's not the same thing whether it's 1 year or 7 years. You understand?
There's a lot of time.
There's a lot of time there, and you have to specify, like, is it 1, is it 2, is it 3? Because your costs during that period will change whether it's 1 year or 7 years. You understand?
Exactly. That means every year is different. Who knows what's gonna happen?
No, I know. Like, what I'm saying is that you have to take into account these things when you look at your costs and everything. Now, you put this income. Okay, so I'm not sure about this. So
I did research about this.
I understand that, but you did not include any sources, any links for that. I understand you to do the research, but how am I supposed to know whether the number that you put in there is based on research or not when you don't include any source, any link where I can click and verify? Then your expenses. You have a good list of expenses, but there are major ones that are missing. See, you have gas and parking. But there's no other like car related such car payment. Maybe like your parents will give you a car or whatever.
I mean, sometimes sometimes my own, sometimes just car payment, I just ignore, sometimes just ignore those things.
So I understand, but then you say another thing, so I put gas, I put parking. I don't need a car payment because I already have a car. You have to provide something aside for a car maintenance. Something breaks, who's gonna pay for that? Or explain to me that, my parents are gonna do that for me. You understand?
Or my partner would do it.
Or your partner or whoever it is. But now, you say like you're talking about tuition costs, but when you talk about tuition costs, you talk about the tuition costs for the kids. No. You should look at the tuition costs for yourself. Because usually, I'm telling you this, usually people who go to med school, when they graduate, when they become doctors, they are in debt over $100,000. Over $100,000.
Yeah.
So you have to see, how am I going to pay that? The $150 is nowhere near, and this is for their kids. So this is a major chunk. This could be like $1,000 a year, a month, easy.
I mean, after going to med school, if I have a job, I will have kids or stuff. Some doctors do have kids.
Okay, so that's on top of that. Like I said, it's your own thing.
Yeah, my own thing, yes.
Which is a lot of money. Okay, now you say about rent and purchase. Like you choose to rent or buy. Now, it's a big difference between rental and buy. If you want to buy, you have to put money down for a down payment.
But
don't have that.
if the person's renting, it means he doesn't have to put a down payment.
Yeah, it doesn't. But so again, you say I will buy a townhouse that you have a wife and one child, and then if I have more kids, a big family, I get a big house. Like this is.
This isn't what we're considering. That's what a lot of people are thinking about. I'm not the only one thinking about this. A lot of people are thinking the same way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that this project was supposed to be for the early years, right after you graduate. Okay, you're taking into a timeline where if you have a big family, we're not talking about that. The purpose of this project is to teach you how to budget now, because in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, you're gonna be out. You're gonna be doing like a college or a university program. Do you wanna live in the rest? How are you gonna pay for your tuition? How are you gonna pay? This is not when you have like.
After I graduate, I might have long plans. I'm doing my long-term project.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is this, like you're talking about some things that will not happen very soon.
Because for me, I'm different from you guys. I have long-term. I plan for long times. You guys are planning the short eyes.
Yeah, but the purpose of this was for you to make a budget for the short term. It's good to have a plan for long term, but the purpose of this project is
short term. It's a short term plan.
Yeah, like where do I go for college? It's not like what I'm going to be in 10 years, 15 years if I have a big family and I have like $794 to buy a 1,000 apartment. Anyway, so these are the things, okay? I just want to send you this my degree to you, so you have my feedback, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna close this here, and I'm gonna go into here. I'm gonna ask you for the document. I'm gonna insert your file. And you type in your box, and then I'll send it.
Sorry guys, I have to go for a math project thing. Radius equals to 5.5 cm. The question had 1 decimal, so the answer will have 2 decimals. Oh, the volume equals 4 pi 5.5 cubed divided by 3 is 696.91 cm cubed. Radius equals to 1.25 cm. The question had 2 decimals, so the answer will have 3 decimals. Volume equals to 4 pi 5.25 cubed divided by 3 equals to 606.131 cm cubed. The second example, the volume and the cubic feet, but I never have the 3 feet. Volume equals to 4 pi times 1.5 cubed divided by 3, 14.1 feet cubed. So let me talk about some of the homework pages. I don't want to make it for too long, so let's just talk about it very quickly because I don't want to waste time as we talk about a project and I left you guys alone. So with the questions below, I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. So the bag of ceramic in 5 kilograms converted to pound. So 1 kg equals to 2.20462 pounds. So 5 times 2.20462 equals to 11 IBS, 11 pounds. So the next one I'm going to talk about is a punch bowl holds 7 pins, 0.2 liters. 1 pin equals to 0.568 liters. So 7.0.568 equals to 4 liters, approximately, I guess. So let's move quick to the areas of composite figures. A composite figure is a complex figure that is made up of 2 or more simple figures. The example, so I'm going to tell you, we have 1 triangle, 1 rectangle, 1 trapezoid, and 1 semicircle. Yep. So we have to get the area of each part and then we add them together. So here's an example. We have a trapezoid that have the base of 16 inches and the height of 9 inches. Is 16 times 9 equals to 144 inch square. The rectangle, we have 16, and then the other one is 24.35. 16 times 24.35 equals 396 inches square. Semicircle is 8 square pi divided by 2. It is 100.5310 inches square. So when we add them together, is 396 plus 144 plus minus the 100.5310. I guess minus it. So equals to 439.469. Oh, I know why. Because I took the part removed from the figure. Because the semicircle is the one removed from the figure. So break it into the simple figures for which you know how to calculate the area. And then calculate the area of each part. Then we add the areas. And then we subtract the area of any part removed from the figures. Oh, I know how to understand that. The answer key, the teacher had a solution with it. So this part is 4 square pi plus 96. You got the 21.12 p squared. So for this one, we have a triangle and a rectangle. That's 13 times 8. It's 104 inch square. Where the triangle is, the 8 times 6, because 19 minus 13 is 6. 8 times 6 divided by 2, which is 24. And then 96 plus 24, no, 104 plus the 24, yep. 96 plus 104 plus 24 is 128. I just think about it for too long. I guess we move on to other part. And then, so for this one, the shaded region. So 8 square equals 8 times 8, 64. 64 feet square minus 8 square pi, which is a circle thing, and then we got a 13.76 feet square. So let's move on to the last part, which is the volume and surface area of composite objects. So the machine bales hay in cylinder rows. For storage, a shrink wrap protective cover is placed on the bale. Detail of the volume of hay in a bale and the area of shrink wrap covering it. So for the volume of the cylinder is pi r square times h. It's pi times 2.5 square times 6. What we got is 113.8 feet cubed. So the surface area is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. With a 2 pi 2.5 squared plus a 2 pi times 15. We got 133.5 feet squared. So the bale of the volume is approximately 113.8 feet cubed. And the surface area of approximately 133.5 feet square. No, that's that. And then how much shrink wrap is needed? If it does not cover the end of the row, S A W or O ends is 2 pi r squared. 2 pi times 2.5 times 6, which means we got 94.2 feet square or stuff. Since we need the price that has $0.75 per meter square, so you get a conversion with 1 feet square equal to 0.0929 meter square. So 9.94.2 feet square times the 0.0929 meter square. You got the 9 meters square approximately. So $0.35 times 9 meters square, we need to get 600 no, $6.75 to cover the bill. So again, and we calculate the volume of composite figure. Calculate the volume of each part of the composite object. Add the volumes. Subtract the volumes of any parts that are removed from the objects. Examples. The volume of the triangular prism is 310 times 289.5 times 79 divided by 2, which is 3544927.5 cm cube. The rectangular prism is 289.5 times 310 times 202. It's 18128.490 cm cube. The total, we add them together, what we get is the 21673.17.5 cm cube. And then it times the 0.00001, you got the 21.3 meters cube. So, I guess we are done, I guess. I'm not sure. So, I think that's it. The next lesson will be on the day after tomorrow. So, thank you guys for watching me. Good luck for tomorrow's test. Do a good job. And then we will do well in math.